Hey family, good morning at Welcome G Smart TV. Let's rewind to the early days when online sleuths started piecing together this intriguing puzzle. It all kicked off with what seemed like a digital cold shoulder between Maurice and Pearl. Remember how their feeds used to light up with each other's likes, comments, and shoutouts? It was that kind of effortless camaraderie that had fans shipping them hard. But then, poof, radio silence. No more joint stories, no tag posts, just an eerie quiet that screamed louder than words. Social media detectives dove in, analyzing timelines and archived interactions. Some pointed out that Pearl's birthday post from Maurice vanished, while others noted the absence of her in his group hangouts. This shift didn't go unnoticed. Forums buzzed with theories. Was it a simple drift apart, or something deeper bubbling under the surface? Fans dissected every emoji from their past, turning what could be innocent oversight into a full-blown mystery. The speculation snowballed as influencers weighed in, creating threads that racked up thousands of views. It's fascinating how a lack of interaction can spark such vivid imaginations, painting pictures of unspoken tensions and hidden heartaches. As the online chatter grew, it set the stage for even more cryptic clues to emerge, keeping everyone hooked on what might come next. Shifting gears, the intrigue deepened when Pearl dropped those enigmatic posts about loyalty that had everyone side-eyeing their screens. Picture this, a serene photo of a lone wolf under a stormy sky, captioned with a quote like, "True loyalty isn't loud, it's consistent, even in silence." No tags, no specifics, just raw, reflective vibes that scream subtext. Followers went wild in the comments, decoding every word as if it were a cipher. Many linked it straight to Maurice, recalling their once-tight bond that seemed unbreakable. Online communities erupted with polls, "Is this about a friend betrayal?" Votes poured in, with memes flying left and right. Some users shared personal stories of similar experiences, turning Pearl's feed into a virtual support group. The ambiguity was genius. It invited interpretation without accusation, fueling endless debates on Reddit and TikTok. Influencers recreated the post in skits, exaggerating the drama for laughs while keeping it light. What made it so gripping was how relatable it felt. Haven't we all posted something vague after a fallout? This layer added emotional depth to the saga, making viewers empathize with Pearl's possible hurt. As the likes rolled in, it only amplified the buzz, drawing more eyes to the unfolding narrative and teasing what subtle shade might drop next. Now, let's talk about the spark that really ignited the fire, Maurice's budding closeness with Sonia that had the internet in a frenzy. It started innocently enough, a collaborative video here, a shared laugh in a group pic there, but soon, their chemistry was undeniable. Fans zoomed in on every frame, the way Maurice's eyes lit up around her, Sonia's playful nudges that screamed flirtation. Social media timelines flooded with side-by-side comparisons, contrasting their vibe with Maurice's past interactions. Speculators created montages set to romantic soundtracks, racking up millions of views. What kept everyone glued was the evolution, from casual cameos to full-on adventures, like that hiking trip where they matched outfits unintentionally, or was it? Online forums dissected body language, with amateur experts citing mirroring as proof of attraction. The speculation wasn't just gossip, it tapped into our love for underdog love stories, positioning Sonia as the fresh chapter. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds of opinions, with some cheering the potential romance and others mourning the old dynamic. This public display of affection, whether platonic or not, added a juicy twist, making the whole saga feel like a real-time rom-com cliffhanger that no one could look away from. The plot thickened dramatically with that viral photo of Sonia where Maurice lurked in the background like a photobombing enigma. It was one of those candid shots, Sonia beaming at the camera, mid-laugh at a cafe, but eagle-eyed fans spotted Maurice's unmistakable silhouette at a nearby table, scrolling his phone. Was it staged? Coincidental? The internet exploded with zooms and enhancements, turning it into a Where's Waldo challenge. TikTokers recreated the scene with hilarious filters, while Twitter threads analyzed the angles, suggesting it was no accident. Speculation ran rampant. Maybe they were on a low-key date, or perhaps it was a group outing cropped for effect. The photo's timing, right after Pearl posts, fueled conspiracy theories about intentional signaling. Fans shared stories of similar accidents in celeb lore, drawing parallels to iconic Hollywood moments. What made it so addictive was the detective work. Users crowdsourced location data, matching the cafe to recent sightings. Comments poured in with heart emojis and question marks, turning the image into a meme goldmine. This seemingly small detail blew up the narrative, proving how one pixelated glimpse can spin endless tales and keep the audience theorizing late into the night. Diving further into the emotional undercurrents, Pearl follow-up post about honesty and convenience hit like a subtle thunderclap. Imagine scrolling and seeing a minimalist graphic. Honesty isn't convenient, but it's necessary. Again, no names, just profound introspection that left room for wild guesses. Online interpreters connected the dots to Morris's news cycle, suggesting it shaded relationships built on ease rather than depth. Forums lit up with breakdowns, users quoting psychology articles on emotional labor. The vagueness was masterful, sparking essays in comment sections about modern friendships. Influencers hosted reaction videos, pausing to gasp at potential implications, while fan art depicted symbolic scenes of broken chains. What gripped viewers was the universality, echoing betrayals we've all felt. Speculators tied it to rumor timelines, imagining Pearl reflecting on overlooked signals. The post-virality came from its empowerment vibe, inspiring shares from those in similar spots. As likes surpassed expectations, it amplified the drama without direct confrontation, drawing parallels to pop culture feuds. This added a layer of introspection to the spectacle, making it more than gossip. It became a mirror for personal growth stories, ensuring fans stayed invested in Pearl's journey and the evolving web of assumptions. Peeling back another layer, whispers of an unresolved emotional history between Maurice and Pearl added a poignant backstory to the buzz. Online sleuths unearthed old interviews and posts hinting at a bond that teetered on romance but never quite crossed the line. Unverified claims from anonymous sources painted pictures of late-night talks and shared dreams that fizzled without closure. This narrative shaped how fans viewed the fallout, framing Pearl as someone nursing quiet wounds from what could have been. Social media turned historian, compiling timelines of their interactions, from festival selfies to supportive tweets during tough times. Speculation forums debated the what-ifs, with polls asking if undefined connections deserve endings. What kept it riveting was the romance novel feel. Viewers imagined heartfelt confessions left unsaid. Influencers dramatized scenarios in skits, blending humor with empathy. The rumor mill churned out fanfics, blending fact with fiction to fill gaps. This emotional depth humanized the figures, shifting focus from surface drama to inner turmoil. As discussions evolved, it invited vulnerability shares in comments, creating a community around the theme. Ultimately, this speculated history wove a richer tapestry, hooking audiences with the timeless allure of almost loves and the pain of ambiguity. Amid the swirling theories, online chatter honed in on Pearl's possible feelings of dismissal rather than outright jealousy, adding nuance to the tale. Speculators suggested it wasn't envy driving her post but a sense of being sidelined without a heads-up. Imagine investing emotionally, only for dynamics to shift silently. That's the heartache fans empathized with. Threads exploded with analogies to everyday friendships, where clear communication prevents hurt. Influencers broke it down psychologically, citing attachment styles and the sting of perceived irrelevance. What made this angle so engaging was its relatability. Viewers shared anecdotes of similar snobs, turning speculation into therapy sessions. Visual edits contrasted Pearl's solo vibes with Morris's group scenes, emphasizing isolation themes. Polls queried, is dismissal worse than betrayal? Results sparked debates that trended. The narrative evolved from petty drama to mature reflection, with some praising Pearl's grace in not lashing out. This shift kept the story fresh, avoiding cliches by focusing on emotional intelligence. As assumptions piled up, it fostered a supportive online space, where fans rallied around themes of respect in connections. This thoughtful layer ensured the saga resonated deeper, gluing eyes to screens for the next subtle reveal in this web of interpreted emotions. The tension escalated during Pearl's livestream, where she delved into silent betrayals in a raw, unfiltered chat. Picture her cozy setup, sipping tea while fielding questions on communication breakdowns. She spoke generally about hidden hearts and the power of unspoken words, but fans instantly bridged it to the Maurice saga. Comments flooded in real time, this is about him, right? Hearts and fire emojis lit up the screen as viewers dissected every pause. What captivated was the authenticity. Pearl's vulnerability drew parallels to confessional vlogs, making it feel intimate. Online recaps went viral, with clips edited for dramatic effect, slow motion on key phrases like "betrayal doesn't always yell." Speculation threads analyzed her tone, suggesting underlying pain mathed by poise. Influencers reacted live, pausing to theorize timelines syncing with recent events. The session's Q&A sparked user stories, turning it into a collective vent. This interactive element hooked audiences, blurring lines between observer and participant. As views climbed, it amplified the narrative's emotional stakes, positioning Pearl as a relatable figure navigating public scrutiny. The livestream's ripple effect kept the buzz alive, with teasers for future talks ensuring fans tuned in, eager for more glimpses into this speculated world of quiet conflicts. Fueling the fire even more was that leaked dinner video of Maurice and Sonia, capturing unguarded moments that screamed connection. Grainy footage showed them at a dimly lit table, sharing laughs over plates of pasta, clinking glasses in toast. Their ease, leaning in, playful banter, had fans replaying every second. Social media erupted with frame-by-frame breakdowns. Look at that smile. The video's origin remained mysterious, adding thriller vibes as users hunted for sources. Speculators linked it to recent sightings, theorizing a budding romance blooming in private. Memes turned the clip into rom-com gold, with soundtracks overlaying heartfelt tunes. What kept viewers obsessed was the contrast. While Pearl posted introspectively, this portrayed joy. Influencers staged recreations, exaggerating gestures for comedy while debating intent. Comment sections became confessionals, with fans admitting to binge-watching for clues. The leak's timing, post-Pearl stream, intensified assumptions of shifting alliances. This visual evidence shifted the story from words to actions, making it tangible and irresistible. As shares skyrocketed, it wove in elements of voyeurism, ensuring the audience stayed riveted to the unfolding drama like a serialized show, craving the next episode in this tapestry of speculated bonds. Then came reports of a private conversation between Maurice and Pearl that sent shockwaves through the online grapevine. Bloggers claimed an insider scoop, a tense exchange where views clashed. Allegedly, Maurice stood firm on no obligations since nothing was official, while Pearl pushed for clarity in emotional ties, labels or not. Though unverified, this painted a classic he-said-she-said dynamic that fans ate up. Forums buzzed with role-plays, users scripting alternate endings. What made it gripping was the philosophical undertone, debating modern relationship norms. Influencers hosted panels, quoting experts on situationships and closure. Visual timelines synced rumored dates with public posts, adding detective flair. Speculation evolved into empathy exercises. Who do you side with? Polls trended, sparking civil debates. The narrative's maturity kept it engaging, avoiding toxicity by focusing on growth. As details trickled, it humanized both, showing vulnerability beneath the glamour. This alleged chat became a pivotal plot point, inviting viewers to reflect on their own lives. The ambiguity fueled fan theories, from reconciliations to permanent rifts, ensuring the story's momentum. In this sea of interpretations, it stood as a reminder of how private moments can spark public fascination, gluing communities together in shared curiosity. Wrapping up the saga so far, Maurice's interview on privacy dropped like a mic, addressing the elephant in the room without naming it. He emphasized that keeping things low-key doesn't mean hiding skeletons, urging respect for boundaries. Fans passed every word, "Is this shade at the rumors?" Clips went viral, edited with dramatic music for emphasis. What hooked everyone was the poise. It shifted him from silent participant to vocal defender. Online reactions varied, some applauded his maturity, others saw deflection. Threads compared it to celeb PR strategies, blending admiration with skepticism. Influencers dissected body language, noting confident smiles as clues. The statement's timing, amid escalating buzz, added meta layers, making the whole thing feel scripted yet real. Speculators tied it back to prior events, imagining it as closure. Comments turned philosophical, discussing fame's toll on personal lives. This response humanized the narrative, reminding viewers these are people navigating scrutiny. As discussions flourished, it kept the engagement high, with fans theorizing future moves. Ultimately, it capped the speculation with a thoughtful note, leaving room for evolution while ensuring the audience remained invested in this captivating web of online interpretations. And there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour through the twists and turns of this fascinating online speculation that's got everyone talking. Remember, this is all based on public interpretations and social media vibes, nothing set in stone. What do you think? Have you ever been in a similar spot where assumptions run wild? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take and maybe even feature some in a future video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the deep dive, subscribe for more intriguing breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter. Until then, keep scrolling smartly.